Hey, got my Sheraton 1938 vintage Gillette on hand because that's the razor that works best with my aging Nacet. We've got 50 dots on this side and enough here to make 149. So today is a landmark 150 shaves with one blade. I didn't know that it would go this far when I first started. This paper is starting actually to yellow because of the use and time. This is I'm also doing something a little weird. I am only shaving with it oriented in one certain position. The X here, that's on the down side. And then this is on the upside. And so that's why it's all clean and pretty nice looking. And this is the part that faces down. So it's, and as you can see, I'm not wiping it between uses. I rinse it under water, and I tap it dry gently with a washcloth. But that's all I'm doing between uses. And the reason I'm only using one side is I'm interested in the concept of. We've all been saying that it doesn't matter whether you flip a blade because it's one edge, and so it should be fine. But what I'm interested in seeing is there any discernible difference? I'm going to put the X side down as always. Whenever I get done with this blade and it's just, for whatever reason, I'm ready to quit. I don't know if it's going to be irritating me. I don't think it is. Or if it's just going to start becoming so inefficient that it's not worth the trouble anymore. I think that's probably how it's going to die. And then at that time, the next shave after that, I'm going to flip the blade over and see if there's any discernible feel, this difference. And if there is a difference, then that'll tell us something. But if there's no difference, I think that fully lets us know that it just doesn't matter whether you flip a blade or not. I think it won't matter too much. But it is an extreme case since I'll have 100 and maybe, who knows, maybe 200 uses by that time on one side of the blade. Who knows? I might send it to somebody who has an electron microscope or something like that. Wouldn't that be cool? All right, well, this is one of my favorite brushes. It's a B5 by Declaration Grooming. Very dense badger knot. And this is a Carnavis and Richardson handle. And I really like the ergonomics of it. As you can see, it has not been soaked, which is strange to me. I've been doing bores now for so long that they're all just used to having them be soaked. So this is a weird change in my routine. But since this is the 150th, I wanted to celebrate with one of my favorite brushes and one of my favorite soaps. And it happens to match this time of year too, because we've got baseball season has been cranking up now for a little while. And I love Diamond. I remember early on in my shaving, Amazon was the only thing I knew in my wet shaving days. I only knew Amazon. And at the time, Barrister and Mann had I don't know, maybe 9 soaps up on Amazon. And I would read over those guys like I used to the Sears Wish book of decades past, right? And Diamond was interesting. And I had already purchased maybe the BaM, I can't remember, Leviathan, I'm pretty sure I bought, maybe a couple others, but Diamond was just so interesting. But I thought either it's one of those, some people just really liked it and some people just didn't get it. And so I think I finally ended up ordering it. And then I also, because it wasn't going to be repeated, at least we thought, they've brought it back again now. I went ahead and bought a couple of more used ones that came on the market. And so this is a couple years old. I love the scent. I can smell the caramel, the popcorn, the earth. What a great, perfect scent. So that's going to inaugurate my 150th shave with this blade. And the blade's loaded up. Let's splash my skin. Just a little bit of water. Get those whiskers a little wet. And we're looking at about a 1.5 day growth. So it's a little bit more than usual. And I think we are ready to go. Have a lather bowl as usual lately. Roger Quintero design. The files are in the description. A link to the documents in case you want to use those, and a 3D printer to print up your own lather bowl. So the brush has been soaking for just a couple of minutes. I have a pretty small shoulder around my sink, so things are sometimes precarious. Oh, what a good scent. Oh, nice. All right, so we're going to take the brush, shake a lot of the water out of it. Still very damp. And then we're going to do a 30-second load, and there's 45 seconds on the clock right there. So we'll go until 15. I'll do a 30-second load is a good starting point with many soaps for your average brush. There are some brushes that are so soft that you may need to go longer. And if a brush is scritchy enough and scratchy enough to require less time, then I'm probably not going to like that particular brush. All right, so there we go. That's 30-second load, kind of airy, see, kind of bubbly. But let's just see if that's going to be enough to get us where we need to go. All right, I'm going to pause you while I rinse these threads. We'll just start mixing it up. Yeah. A little bit of tar, kind of rosin. And I like the Glissant base. The Reserve base came out after the Glissant. Had been around for quite a while. And it's awesome. I do like it better than the Glissant, but the Glissant's tremendous. You know, then the Excelsior base came out, so this is not the newest base by any means, but it is a top-notch base in my opinion nonetheless. And just gradually keep adding water. I just kind of was aggressive right there and put another teaspoon in, so now we've got 2 teaspoons in there. Hadn't taken too long to get a nice something early and something nice here. What a good base. I have been trying to work through the soaps that I have that I haven't managed to try yet. And so some of my old faithfuls, like this one, I haven't used in a very long time. I keep finding great deals online, and finally starting to make some headway in my samples. I think I've only got 5 samples left that need to be tried. Kind of alternating between that and my paper bag full of new to me soaps that haven't yet tried. Oh yeah, this is looking good. Yeah, I kind of doubted myself at first in terms of the quantity, but yeah, see, that's not a problem at all. And this is still fairly firm. So it's going to need más agua. Been learning Spanish a little bit through a phone app. I think it said I know about 800 words, but they're mostly about milk, fish, eating, writing, reading. present tense only. If you've got a horse or a dog that likes to eat or drink milk, then I can communicate that way. But I keep working on it little by little. Yeah, that's so hilarious. I doubted if it was going to be enough soap in the brush, but not a problem. Well, let's do a little finger test while we're here. It does look like I need to keep going, but this right here tells me I may want to stop. So let me just mix on this for just a second longer. Oh, that's nice and slick. Yeah, let's just make sure this guy is well mixed. If you're using a measuring method to do the soap for Barrister and Mann, I think my record showed that a full quarter teaspoon was about the right amount to use. Okay, let's pull it out for you. Let's just look at its properties here. Comes out in a big old glob, kind of holding its shape. Makes me think that it's a little too thick. Yeah, let's add a little bit more water to that. So wow, we've already got 3 teaspoons in it. It's a thirsty soap. Or you know what also could be is that maybe I loaded a little too long. Maybe it doesn't need 30 seconds. Maybe this soap needs less. So now 4 teaspoons in here. Like a big bowl so I have room to maneuver. This one may be just a hair too big, but yeah, looking good. Still may be a little too thick, but let's just try it out. Sometimes it's nice to try out something that's too thick and experience the creamy life. All right, a little splash on my face. It's not going to feel super smooth right away since I've got a little bit extra growth than usual. So, but the second and third pass are going to feel awesome. All right, super softness. A little bit of an ashtray scent. But because you've got those other notes in there, it all plays nicely. It tempers that kind of tobacco ashtray type scent. Very soft tips, as usual for the B5. Now I do the swiping motion, painting motion. Yeah, you know what? I think that might need a little bit of see what happens when I bump up the water content a little bit. Yeah, I think that's better. Feels great. This handle really gets slippery when it's soapy. I'm I feel it in my muscles because I'm having to use extra ones to maintain hold on it. So next time I'll try to remember it's best to go ahead and rinse that during the lathering process. Ah, nice scent. I'd say maybe a 4 to 5 out of 10 in terms of scent strength. And I think that's perfect for this soap because some of these scents as a part of this could be a little overwhelming. 150, here we go. You know what, just for fun, I probably have enough lather. Why don't we switch to just doing kind of single pass here, not any blade buffing. Get to enjoy this soap more. I'll probably have to do 4 passes. I may habitually do something a little different, but I'll try to stick with that. There we go. And a rinse. Man, what an awesome lather. Felt so good coming off. Creamy. Really nice. Since I had to spray my face a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and just put a few sprays in my bowl here. Mix that in. It's a little less risky to leave it thicker than you think than to take it too far. Thicker, you can just add a little bit extra water. You're good to go. All right. Looking good, feels good. Oh, the scent. Nice. The you know, the ashtray type scent is definitely more dominant at this stage. But it is tempered a little bit by the tar. And something else that I can't really identify. The cool caramel and popcorn. That has taken kind of a back seat at this point. And there we go. These passes sure move quick when you don't buff. And rinse again. All right, 3rd pass. Yeah, I'll have plenty of soap. Brush is splaying better now. It was a little bit centered and kind of knotty, clogged up almost at first. Maybe because the lather was too thick. I don't know. Maybe this brush needs a little bit more soak time to soften up, kind of like that Fanturian from That Darn Rob. All right, 3rd pass. Trying not to go over the same area twice. And nice thing is, I believe that's in general going to be kinder to my skin. because we know that it's got protection, lather, lubrication on it, instead of when blade buffing kind of removes it the first time and then keeps working the skin. Enjoying the scent. 150 feels good. So this is the 4th pass. And you know what? Screw it. I've got enough soap. Why don't we do 5 passes if I feel like the 4th one doesn't quite do it? I mean, one of the cool things about wet shaving is it's like every morning or whenever you shave, it's like a little spa treatment for your face. A man spa. So why not, dude? That'll be my first 5 pass shave. So let's see what it feels like after this. Lather is just terrific. The rinses have just felt so good. Nice. All right. I'm going to pause you so I can take a look at the results, see if I want to stop. We're going to stop because the face looks great. I don't have any, maybe 1 hair, you know, maybe 2 right here that see some length on it. Everything else is cut nice and flush. So I could do another pass, but I don't really feel like it. Just what a refresher as to how good this Glissant base really is. I haven't used it in a while, and I like it better than the newest of his line. I like it better than the Excelsior base, in my opinion. I like the way it looks, and it puffs up a little bit more than the Excelsior. It just seems a little slicker because I don't know why exactly, but I think I probably like it a little better. The rinses just felt tremendous, creamy, luxurious in between the passes. Razor was able to glide all over the place without any problem at all. Great protection. So I almost feel like doing some kind of thing like, hey guys, I got this new base for you. It's called Glissant. You may have forgotten about it, but it's awesome. You know, present it as new news because it's something that should be remembered. And all right, Diamond, I like it. I like it. I like it. So we did end up using 4 teaspoons of water plus a bunch of squirts. So we might want to say 5 teaspoons of water for the 30-second load. And that made plenty of lather for 5 passes. Because I've got another pass worth of lather right here. Maybe even 2 if I wanted to stretch it. So nice happy shave. And to tell you the truth, this blade doesn't feel too much different than it did at 100. So who knows when it's going to stop. But me, I've got a bunch of other razors that I like to enjoy that don't really shave well with this blade. I'm going to put the Nacet on hiatus for a little while. Enjoy those other razors, especially the smooth, mild ones. And some of my other blades. I've got a Feather that's about 30 uses, and a GSB, Pole Silver, and all those guys that are also getting up in uses, though they're not anywhere near the Nacet. So let's do some cleaning up. Face feels great. No irritation. Very nice. Look down below and see what kind of post shave I want to throw on. Diamond to me is a fun, enjoyable scent, and the enjoyable nature of it comes from just kind of fun aspect of you know, taking your mind to ball games or just outdoor activities, that sort of thing. And a balm that really walks along that same line to me is this Tuscany, and I'm partial to it because it seems like it's kind of a dark cherry, wild cherry type of scent. That's my guess. I haven't actually looked at the scent notes, but it's just a happy little scent that has some interest to it. It's not just cherry. It's got a little bit of tweak, a little dark twist to it to give it some interest. And it's not just that you're putting some candy flavored stuff on your face, you know. So along the lines of diamond, since I don't seem to have I never picked up the diamond aftershave or whatever, if they ever offered it. So I'll just go with this for now. Very nice. So this brush. After it's been used and kind of stropped on the towel a little bit, it's definitely bloomed out more than you saw in the beginning of the video. And that's because I was traveling with it recently, and so it was in a travel tube, and so the bristles got all grouped in together instead of being open. And you know what? It looks like I've got a little kind of stretch right here of bristles where the tips are probably gonna hook on me. I hope it stays to that small amount. I don't really like the gel tips and the hooking, but I mean it'll probably be okay if it happens, but I hope it stays. There are parts of the B5 batch that don't gel, and I've been fortunate to get a hold of a few of those knots. I'm very blessed to do that. So one of my favorite brushes right here. I just have to remember that when he starts feeling slippery to rinse that handle off, because as long as there's no soap, it's a good grip and a nice comfortable grip. Nice brush. Find somewhere to put it up there. Let's show you the dots, make it official. So I started out and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, weird groups of 5 there, 50, so that's 50, and then 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, and now we've completed 150. So how about that? So funny that for the last 20 days I've been running this Nacet, and I've got this whole little card wallet full of blades, and I'm not using any. I haven't used any of them for a month, but now we'll get back to them after this run here. Oh, you know what? I'm liking that cherry with the diamond. Little something you can do after you put on your post-shave product. Sometimes that scent will overpower your soap, which is totally normal. Soaps aren't meant to last longer than aftershave. They're meant to just stay on short term, and some go longer, but just the expectation is that it's a short term. So now I've got that balm on and I'm getting that cherry, but now let's take that cherry to the soap. I think that goes well. Yeah, well, tobacco, smoke, that sort of thing. Cherry is a natural blend with those type of scents, so that makes sense. And almost like you're drinking a cherry icy or something like that at the ballpark. Very cool. One of my favorite soaps. Very interesting. A risk I took long ago, and it paid off. Really nice scent. I particularly gravitated toward it. So face feels great. Nice close shave. Blade is just not anywhere near quitting. It's neat to be able to work it. So tomorrow we'll do something different. Shave with something new, a new blade, a new razor, and we'll try out something. All right, but hey, very cool with the Glissant. I just hadn't used it in so long. What a great base. So if you have a library and you've been just itching over these new bases, the ones from Holy Cow or Declaration Grooming or Barrister and Mann or Noble Otter, their new base came out within the last several months, almost a year maybe, then maybe take a step back to these excellent soaps of just a little bit long ago, and you can enjoy those. All right, well, I think everything's cleaned up. I think we're good. So it's been quite a run, and we will pick up the Nacet at a later time. But for now, let's enjoy some other stuff. I hope there was something here that helped you out today. You take care. Have a good night. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves.